Hey, I'm Ethan Peterson. I'm working on a Python certification, and this week I've been blasting through Module 3. In Module 3, I got to learn about Boolean values, conditional execution, loops, list and list processing, logical and bitwise operations, and a lot more. The most interesting concept that I learned would be matrices, and a matrix is a list of a list or a list of a list of a list. And what's interesting about them is that you can store information and recall that information in mass quantities. And so, for example, if I load up idle, I can set the variable maybe empty to equal the string empty, and that will be the value for my lists. And I'll have a matrix, I'll name it my matrix, equals, let's do empty the variable for, wrong type of bracket, empty for a in range 5. So we'll have 5 lists, and then I'll take that list and put it in another list and say for b in range, let's make 9 lists, and end that with a bracket. Alright, that matrix is good, and I can print all the values of those lists by printing my matrix, and it's going to give me a ton of empties like that. But then you can access specific values within the list by printing, I'll print my matrix and then call from list, let's do list 9, which is actually represented by an 8 because Python goes from 0 to 8 to represent 9. And so 8, and then say I want to access in the 8th list the 4th value in the list within that list. And so I'll print my matrix 8, 3. And of course it's going to give me an empty because every value is an empty. But if I had different values for every single list, and if all my values were different, I would be able to access that one value. And so printing my matrix should give me, yep, there's an empty. And so that's the most interesting concept I've learned from Module 3. I also learned about indexing. You can see here positive indexing, negative indexing, which helps you call from lists. Boolean values, conditional execution. It was all very interesting. And now I get to move on to Module 4. And so that'll be my project for next week, and I'll check back with you then.